Okay, let's see if we can go over these real quick. So you said 1 through 6. I'll just pick a couple of these. We'll do number one, and then we'll do the challenging one, probably, I don't know, number 6 or number 4, something like that. All right, so let's see what we got here. On number 1, we're told the height is 4. I think it might help if I draw that triangle on the inside, that red one here on the outside. So if I draw that triangle right there, not to scale, but close. We are told that the height is 4, and the slant height, which would be right here, is 5. Now, maybe you don't, and remember, it's a right triangle, right? So we could use Pythagorean theorem. We'd find out this side is 3, or maybe you recognize it's Pythagorean triple, 3, 4, 5 triangle. All right, did that help us any? No, but it is a square pyramid, so we know that this distance all the way across, we just found out that halfway was 3, so another 3, that would mean that the whole darn thing is 6. And that is the base edge. The base edge is 6. Okay. The lateral edge, well, that's on another triangle. Let me do this in a different color here, maybe pink. I'll draw it a couple times. See this triangle right here? And that would include the lateral edge. Remember, the lateral edge is where the triangles come together. So I'll draw that one off to the side here, not to scale, but close. Kind of looks like this, right? All right, I need one more line. Give me a line. Oops. Why did it come off of a line? There we go. All right. So what pieces of information do I know? Well, I know that the slant height was 5. I found out that half of a side is 3. So I know that. And well, I guess I can figure out the lateral edge just by, it's a right triangle, just by using the just by using the Pythagorean theorem. So let's see, 25 plus 9 is 34, and I need to take the square root of 34. Now, I did that pretty quickly, but remember, I'm doing a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So 3 squared is 9, 5 squared is 25, 25 and 9 is 34. Take the square root of both sides. Okay, so in blue here, that is root 34. So that is number 1. Number, what, 6 looks a little challenging. Let's see what we can do with number 6. And I think 6 is probably the most challenging one. All right. What do we got? Well, we have the height is 6. So let me see. Let me draw that. So the height is 6. So this piece is 6. And the lateral edge, well, the lateral edge is, well, it's this piece right here. And we're told that's 10. Yeah. So that's really hard to figure out. I mean, I only got two numbers, but to two different triangles right here. And I think the key here is understanding this. If I were to draw, I'll do this in red. If I were to draw a line from here through here, I would get this other triangle right here in red. And why do I want that triangle? I'll draw it down here. Really should have gave myself a bit more space. So it kind of looks like this, but it is a right triangle. Yeah, it looks pretty good. We know that the height was 6, and we know the slant height was 10. It's another Pythagorean triple. It's still a 3, 4, 5 triangle. It's just that this side right here is 8. And if that's 8, then all the way across is 16. So let's see, right here is 16, all the way across. Why? Because I know this was 8 right here, right? Okay, so how is that helpful? Well, it's helpful because we're trying to find the base edge. And for instance, a base edge is right here. And well, that triangle, I'm gonna do that in a different color. I'll go back to our pink. That triangle would be this triangle, which is also, since it's a square bottom, right? It's another right triangle. So even though it doesn't look like the way it's drawn, it looks about like this, right? Doesn't look like a right triangle because of the perspective. This angle right here, because it's a square base, remember, that's a right angle. Okay, so we know that this was 16. And since it's a square, we know if this side is A, then this side is also A. Okay, so therefore, we would get, use Pythagorean theorem, we would get a squared plus a squared, which is 2a squared. is equal to 16. And divide by 2, so we get a squared is equal to 8. And take the square root of 8. 4 times 2, right, is 8. 4 times 2. 4 times 2. I'm running out of space here. So 2 root 2. So a is 2 root 2, and that's the side. So let's see, base edge is 2 root 2. Okay. What else? We need the slant height. We need L. So let's see, half of 2 root 2 is just 1 root 2. So that means this piece right here is just root 2. Wait, nope. I messed that up. It's a full 2 root 2, right? Because that's the whole base edge. Yeah, no, I guess I do want that. Let me show you what I'm doing right here. I'm thinking I got to find the what slant height. So I'm going to draw a third triangle, and it'll be this triangle right here. There we go. So yeah, I do want half of 2 root 2. So this is just root 2, this little piece right here. Yeah, okay, we're good. So that's root 2. We know the lateral edge was, what was it, 10? So I got another triangle to draw off to the side here. So that triangle looks like this. And we're trying to find L, but we know that the lateral edge was 10. We know this piece is root 2. That's the Pythagorean theorem, so that would be 100 plus, well, square root of 2 squared is 2, so we get 102. So 102, and we got to take the square root of 102. And that would be your answer, square root of 102. Okay, so that is 1 and 6. And the other ones are done similarly. All right, let's see what else. 21, I think you said? Yeah, 21. This was one of the ones that I did in class. I mean, the key to this one, and this is kind of tricky, is that because of this specific, it's a regular right pyramid, that this line here, AM, is one of those 1/3, 2/3. The long piece is 2/3 of the whole, and the short piece OM is 1/3. From that theorem that we had many chapters ago, or actually it was no two or three chapters ago, that said if you have medians of a regular, or you have medians of a triangle, they all meet at a point, and they form a 1/3, 2/3 relationship between the long piece and the short piece. Okay, so let's see. We got AM. AM is 9. So all the way across is 9. So if all the way across, I'll draw this kind of right here. This is AM. If all the way across is 9, then that point O right here must be at the 2/3, 1/3 piece. And if we multiply 9 times 2/3, 3 goes into 9, 3 times 2 is 6. That means this side is 6 and this side is 3. Remember, half of 6 is 3. So now I know that AO is 6 and OM is 3. And why did I care about that? Because I'm trying to find H. And if we think about that triangle right there, I'll draw it on the outside. This is the triangle that includes H. So that would be AOV. AO we just calculated was 6. Let me label that. So this is AO right here. So that's 6. VA is a lateral edge, and we're told that is 10. And yes, math teachers are lazy. Everything seems to be a Pythagorean triple. This is another one of those Pythagorean triples. This is a 3, 4, 5, except everything's doubled. So that means that the height is 8. And oh, by the way, there's the answers right here. Okay. How about the slant height? That is L. We got to do a whole bunch of other triangles. So let's see, which piece can we get? I'm going to draw, I'll do this one in red. I'm going to draw this triangle, I mean the obvious one, this one right here, because that would include the slant. I think that's the one I want. Well, let's try it. Doesn't work, we'll pick another one. So I'll draw that one out over here. We've just found out the H is what, 8? Yeah, H is 8. We know this little piece is 3. Where am I getting that from? Right here. 1/3, 2/3. And therefore, we just need to do the Pythagorean theorem. So let's see, 64 plus 9 is 73. Take the square root of that, and you get there. And there you go. There's your 73. And there you go. Those are the ones that you asked for. Need any other help? Please ask.